Yeah, I mean, we had a meeting the other day, and it was about staying aggressive and getting ahead and attacking guys. And I may have gotten away from that a little bit, but I mean, that is when I'm at my best, is when I'm constantly on the attack and coming at guys early and trying to force contact and force the hand early. So tried to get back to that a little bit, and yeah, I mean, that was a good finish to a good series for us.
Sonny, when you're doing that, like I think what 5 outs on the first pitch, is that are you talking about with all the pitches?
Anything you decide to throw in the 0-0 count, just trust it, commit to it in the zone, and go from there. Obviously, the more you can mix within that and still staying competitive within the strike zone, the better. But just committing to filling up the zone early, get back to the middle of the plate, and not trying to be too fine, especially early. So that was kind of where I was at mentally.
The Roar was going 7 innings, and that's a big deal for to done before, but to do it on a day like this to complete the sweep.
Yeah, I mean, that was like I said, that was a good finish to a good homestand for us, and yeah, that was a nice one.
It's early in the season, but to get back to 500 after reeling off 5 straight wins, does that mean a little bit more to you guys?
No, it definitely does. It definitely does. Something that we needed to do probably for our own psyche a little bit, and yeah, I mean, to get back to that number is good for us. Now it's kind of can try and go from here.
Sonny, there have been 5 well-pitched ball games in this 5-game win streak. What are you seeing collectively from the pitching side that is leading to this effectiveness?
That I don't know. I haven't looked at it or thought about it in a whole or whatever. I do know playing good defense and putting runs on the board early and adding late. In order to pitch a well game or to go on anything like that, it's not just a pitching thing. It's the defense has got to be playing well. The offense is doing their thing, and it's definitely a collective effort. But I don't know. I haven't looked or thought about it, to be honest.
But when you have 2 runners on, what's your approach there? And reaching back for 95.
I don't know. I knew I had good energy. I felt physically okay, and yeah, no, I got him to the 1-2 count, I believe, and then I just committed into throwing a quality sinker away, and was gonna let it fly. Had a good inclination that he would be sitting spin. So I've done that to him a lot. It's kind of what I do. But at the same time, it was just a moment where I just felt throwing a sinker away there. I just knew he was going to take it. So then it was committing to it, and kind of the same thing as like you have the pitch is there, so now just execute it, and that's kind of where that was.
Yeah, that's I guess where I was going. I was wondering if that is an example of you being aggressive as much as like a quick pitch out, one pitch out.
I think that was more along the lines of committing, trusting yourself, trusting your eyes, just basically trusting yourself and knowing that it's there. So now just throw a quality strike away, and I with the fastball, and I knew he was taking on that pitch particular. So now just let it rip and trust it in the zone.